Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles right here in Mansfield, Texas. Here today to show you a really cool Jeep. It was born a JK 4-door and a company up north called American Expedition Vehicles, which I'll refer to as AEV. They basically built this into a 4-door, they call it the double cab Brute pickup. And this was built before Jeep had their Gladiator pickups. And they built these up until 2017, which was their 20th anniversary. And that was the last year that AEV was commissioning these. They stretched the wheelbase 23 inches. It rides on 37-inch BF Goodrich tires and the patented Pentler wheels. And to compensate for the larger tires, they re-gear the Dana 44 axles to basically match the ratio with the tire to get it back to stock. And then they also put extra large Terraflex brake rotors and calipers, and you can see they're cross-drilled, really good brakes. A lot of people put lift kits, they don't re-gear, they don't do anything about the brakes, and they ruin the drivability. AEV engineers not only gets your braking and your gearing correct, they also tune the suspension to get maximum articulation with good highway ride capability. It's kind of a do-it-all machine. They got their own proprietary bumper, and it's got a hidden worn winch with synthetic rope. And that's the model number 9.5 CTI winch, so it's very heavy duty. It's got off-road lights. It's got lights flush mounted in the bumper. This one was born with the 3.6 liter variable valve timing engine, which is the Jeep Pentastar engine. And it was a Rubicon, so it has the locking differentials front and rear, as well as Dana 44 axles front and rear, and the extra low transfer case. This hood is a heat reduction hood from AEV. It's part of one of their designs. And the previous owner didn't drive this every day, so the miles are pretty low. It's got 45,120. It's got leather interior with the AEV embossed or stitched headrests. It's got removable T-tops with these insulated panels. It's got navigation. I've got it running now with the air conditioner on. You got a sway bar disconnect and your locker buttons. You got grab handles for getting in and out. Cruise control. The back seat has the sound bar. Also very nice interior. Drink holders, power window buttons. And the top on this is removable, so you can still take the top off. But a lot of people just like to take those T-tops off. It's got the grab handles in the back. And if you look at the bed on this, it'll look different than the Gladiator. You just got to park them side by side, and you'll realize these guys at AEV have a lot of style. This high clearance bumper on the back also has a water tank built in. As the name implies, the expedition vehicle, they're designed to go off the beaten path, be capable, yet cruise down the highway in comfort. And the gentleman that had this, he took it to some Jeep Jamborees. He did take it off-road. He didn't abuse it, but he did use it for its intended purpose. The interior is very nice. Get a look on the passenger side here. And I'm going to show you the only pics I found with the Jeep. There is a door ding right here on this door. I don't know if you can see it in the video. It's a small door ding. Passenger side is very clean, non-smoker. And the oil was just changed by Christian Brothers Automotive over there in Fort Worth, Texas. We noticed the brakes were a little spongy when we got it, and we installed a new master cylinder, and that corrected it. It's got the BF Goodrich 37-inch mud terrain tires, and going down the road you can hear the it's an aggressive tread, and you can kind of hear the tires singing a little bit. It's got the Jeep windshield, a little Jeep on it. But a really beautiful machine. It's finished in a silver with gray interior. Cold air, drives really nice. And it's right here at Texas Best Used Motorcycles in Mansfield. It also has the Poison Spider rock sliders on it. And I say this guy used it, he didn't go through the weeds. He just went on Jeep Jamboree trails, which really aren't that tough. But there is a little bit of rock action. So on the skid plate, like on this side, you don't see any marks. Don't really see anything here on the rocker guard. On the gas tank skid plate, there are some scrapes. And then it's got a skid plate for the Dana 44 rear differential. And it did its job, and it has a few little scrapes on it. But a really, really cool Jeep. If you park this next to a Gladiator, then you'll realize the differences. And this will be a collectible Jeep as time goes on, because they were building these before Jeep started with their Gladiators. In fact, American Expedition Vehicles took the first TJs and stretched them into what's now called the Unlimited, or the LJ. And Jeep bought that design from AEV and started mass producing them, but they only made them for 3 years. And as you Jeepers know, the LJ is one of the most coveted TJs around. They say it was the last great Jeep. This Pentastar V6 has an amazing amount of power. It really does a good job propelling the Jeep, especially with the axles re-geared and the 37-inch tires. There is a scrape on this fender right here. You can see it's scratched just a little bit. We rubbed it with a little bit of polishing compound, but those fender flares are a hard poly material, and it got down into it a little bit. You'll look right here. Usually see you got a few little scrapes right here. And again, if you've ever been on a Jeep Jamboree, you have guides that spot you. But this being a long wheelbase, it's super stable on the steep hills. But when you come off of a ledge, you're going to scrape a little bit. It's just part of the deal. It does have a spare tire, BF Goodrich tire. But it's really a beautiful rig. But if you're looking for something special, give us a call. And the water you see dripping underneath, I've got the air conditioner running, and it's humid today. So that's just air conditioner doing its job. But have a great day. I'm Bronco Bob, wishing you happy trails. Hope to see you in our showroom soon, and maybe driving off in this beautiful AEV Jeep. One thing I do want to point out, there's a lot of imitators, not necessarily on the pickup portion, but on the AEV fenders, bumpers. But if it doesn't have this data tag that says manufactured by American Expedition Vehicles, it's not the real deal. It has the partial VIN number and the model number and the AEV ID number, which you can contact the AEV with that number, and they'll give you the build sheet and tell you everything that went into the vehicle when it was produced. Anyway, have a great day. I'm Bronco Bob, wishing you happy trails, and hope to see you soon.